mum and dad didn't know the language. And the other thing, of course, was the family was back in Poland and they were over here in Australia, starting a new life, I guess. Being able to communicate with Australian people, just going down and buying a loaf of bread or something in that line, it's very hard for them. They had their own culture. And the other thing that really stood out as far as I could see was the family side of things. There was no family. They had to make friends. When we moved into Yarraville, there were no cars in those days. The only way you could get anywhere was by walking or on a bike or by train somewhere. And that really restricted a lot of the Polish immigrants to sort of stay together in certain areas. And this is why they eventually went and built this Millennium House as we know it today. They weren't those sort of people that would go out to luxurious restaurants to eat or celebrate. That would be on very special occasions, but most of the time during those early years, they would all gather together in Millennium House and celebrate, go to dances. They would have dinner dances, usually once a month. All the people were the same. They had the same issues as far as not being able to speak properly in English. They were able to communicate, they were able to make pierogi, for example, and I know Mum used to love making the Polish donuts there. It was just getting together simply and easily, and it was a sense of belonging. It was really when they dug the foundations out, that was the big, that was the start of it all. I remember the volunteers, there were 50, 60 people there at the time helping to dig the foundations and levelling the whole area out. It was just amazing how all these volunteers got together and tried to build something that they were looking forward to in the future.
I guess they gave them a sense of satisfaction and a sense of having a roof of their own, like a roof over their heads of their own. That was the main focus.
It was the company of other
and they
families.
drink together, sing together, and have hangovers together. So.
I have been fortunate to know and work with the people that actually built Millennium House, and to those individuals, Millennium House was like a second home. They used to call it a house, but it was a house and a home. It's certainly a second home. And when I first started working with the Polish community and in community services and with migrant communities over 30 years ago, I met those individuals and I offered my assistance to them, and that's been like that since then. So we had a lot of respect towards each other. It was a place to go to where everyone was welcome. There would always be food, there would always be laughter and company, and on the left side, when you entered the building, there would be the date for the next Saturday dance. So it was an opportunity and a possibility to continue some of the traditions. It's always been in Footscray and it will be in Footscray, and it's important also because of who established it, who built it, who has managed it for the benefit of the community and local families and individuals and many migrant groups. So it's important, and I know there are other multicultural and ethnic community centers that have been built. I am pretty sure that this is the first one, because people like to gather to share in larger numbers, to share language, food, celebrations, dancing, singing, and then christenings, weddings and wakes. Those community centers reflect the life journey for all of us. And this is what Millennium House represents. As someone who's been involved with Millennium House for more than 30 years, I cannot wait for May 2024 when it will be finished, because it's been a long journey. It took many years for the initial founders to establish the center, and for AMCS it's actually 6 years of planning and preparation, including looking for some funding. So I'm quite excited and really looking forward to it. The project is going well. It's a great team. The people that we have involved in the builder, site manager, project manager, and all others who are part of making a new Millennium or upgraded Millennium a dream and a reality for us, and giving it new life. What I like about Footscray and the people that live here is they are like the salt of the earth. They are the people who get on with life, because the multicultural diversity. And Footscray is also the beginnings for many, many communities. What it means, once again, Millennium will be a place to come to. Everyone will be welcomed. It'll be used 7 days a week, and including on evenings, and we just want to make sure that it's absolutely utilized as much as possible for the benefit of the community, that people who will attend and be there will enjoy the time that it's there and the comfort. It will just be a modern, comfortable community center with a larger room, commercial kitchen. It will have meeting rooms. There will be a plant deck as well. There will also be a social enterprise cafe, just to provide an opportunity for some cultural food, but also we're hoping for some traineeships, people who are interested in upgrading or wanting to work in the catering industry. It's an example of how an older facility can be repurposed for the next 50 years. So we want Millennium House to be as multi-purposed as possible. Hence, all of that has been considered. That also, of course, means that the cost of the renovation has increased, and hence we are looking for funds. It's an opportunity to contribute to the legacy that has been secured and achieved by others, by volunteers, through sheer determination and just doing whatever had to be done with the resources that they had at their disposal. It's an opportunity for someone to leave a legacy for themselves or for their families, and to the greater good and for the benefit of others and the general community, including multicultural communities. So they are given opportunities to spend time together, support each other, and laugh together, cry together, and make the most of the venue and the facilities that it will provide, and spend many happy days and hours there. I hope that the story of Millennium House may inspire you, and if you are able to contribute, that would be most appreciated. If you know someone who can, perhaps, that what we're doing is in line with your values or the values of others that you know. Naming rights are also available. Millennium House will continue because it is important to respect the past and those that have come before us and what they've done. So this is a great opportunity that's going to live and last for a long time. It's about sharing and it's about giving. That's what Millennium House has been and is and will be.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
धन्यवाद.
Gracias.
शुक्रिया.
Thank you.